What's going on, everybody, and welcome to CS5 Unmasked. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made my new and improved hooded mask for my retro Jason costume. Now, I'd recently just made a budget-friendly mask and hood for around $13, and even though I'm pretty proud of what I created for such little cash, I wanted to make one that was just a little bit more accurate to the one that was in the game. Now, I could buy a mask and hood online for around $200, but I still wanted to make one that was just a little bit on the cheaper side. So let me show you how I did it. I'm going to go ahead and start off by getting the paint ready. Now, this is going to be 3 equal parts, 1 part water, 1 part liquid latex, and 1 part acrylic paint. The liquid latex I got at Spirit Halloween after the Halloween season had ended last year. I paid about $6 for this. And as far as the acrylic paint, this is eggplant purple that I picked up at Joann Fabrics for just under $1. Once I have the equal parts in each one of the cups, I'm going to go ahead and mix them all together. After several minutes of mixing, I'm ready to apply it to my latex hood. Now, the hood I'm actually going to be using is just an old man latex mask that I picked up on Amazon for around $12, and it's going to work perfectly for a budget-friendly retro Jason hood. So now I'm going to apply the paint solution directly to the latex mask. Now, don't worry about the weird color. When it actually does dry, it's going to become a whole lot darker. Now, I started off by just using simple back and forth brush strokes, but then I realized using a blotting technique, it actually gave it a better textured look. Now, once I got done actually applying the paint solution to the mask, I allowed it to dry for about an hour with a fan on it, and it did get a whole lot darker. So I wanted to ensure that I had maximum coverage, so I went ahead and repainted the entire mask 2 more times, just to make sure that every inch of this latex mask was covered in this purple eggplant color. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the mask. Now, this isn't just a normal cheap Chinese knockoff. I actually got a Ruby's Jason hockey mask on Amazon, and I paid around $8 for this. And I do think it's going to look a whole lot better. Now, I did remove the strap because I had to reposition the holes for a better fit. Now, I did have to resize this because it is a little bit big on top, so just using a Dremel, I went ahead and removed about 3/4 of an inch of the mask. Now, grabbing a piece of sandpaper, I'm going to proceed to sand the rough edges and the entire mask. Now, as far as the holes on the side, these are a little bit too low, so using a small piece of fabric and some hot glue, I'm able to seal these up. And then after they dried, just using a razor blade, I carefully removed any excess and tried to make it as smooth as possible to the surface of the mask. Now, I did have to put new snaps and buttons on this thing, so I first had to figure out the positioning of where the snap and buttons need to go. Using a pencil, I did my very best to eyeball where I thought the best placement was going to be. Then, using the Dremel again, I proceeded to make new holes. Now, using the snap and button kit, I went ahead and put all 5 snaps on the mask. Using a little bit of masking tape, I taped off the 3 top snaps, leaving the 2 bottom ones exposed. And using the Seaside Satin blue paint, I spray painted the mask. Now, I did end up spray painting the mask a total of 3 times, just to ensure that I had maximum coverage. Alright, let's go ahead and make the strap. So I had to buy some purple elastic strap online, because all of my local stores stopped carrying it. I ended up paying around $9 for this, and all in all, it really isn't a bad price for how much you actually get. So this is actually a pretty easy step. Measure out the length that you want for the size of your head, cut it to length, then grab the strap that's going to go over the top of the head and glue one end together to make a small little loop. Now we're going to go ahead and attach the buttons to the strap. So this is going to be basically the exact same premise that we used to actually attach the snaps to the mask. Alright, that actually looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and attach it to the mask. Alright, let's go ahead and tally everything up and see how much this budget-friendly Jason mask and hood actually cost. Well, it's still a whole lot cheaper than $200, but still I consider $45 not a bad price for a decent mask and hood. So let's go ahead and pull out the costume and put everything together. Alright, I want to thank everybody for stopping by and checking out the video. I had a wonderful time actually making this new mask and hood. And if you guys have any suggestions for masks or hoods you'd like me to try to make in the future, let me know down below. Alright everybody, until next time, this is CS5 signing out, and I hope to see you in the next video.